What's up, everybody? Here we go, the Cowboys Cast, another live. So we're gonna go with, let's see, what are we gonna say today? We're gonna talk about Dak and CD, man. Um, I think if you look at the aspect as far as what they've done the last couple of games, I think it's a no brainer. They're probably playing the best football anybody's playing in the NFL right now. So, just kind of one of those things that I wanted to come together and kind of give kind of a spotlight on. We don't get this very much, man. You got to think how many going back, how many years has a quarterback and a player like this, like CD, played at this level? When's the last time as Cowboy fans that you can remember? Um, and it's rare simply because you got to remember, I think CD has more than 10 plus catches, and we're talking about over 150 yards for those 3 games. So, hey, it's one of those things that I think it needs to be talked about more. I think they're playing really good ball right now, and it's just kind of one of those discussions that we got to look at, man. Like, as football fans, it's rare to get this kind of players, man. And we asked the question, and we want you guys to respond. Tell me what you guys think. Is Dak and CD the best, or not the best? I would say playing the best right now of anybody in the NFL within the last couple of weeks. I don't know. I beg to differ on that. Now, I am I keep it real with the Cowboys. At the beginning of the season, they didn't play very well. But I think as a quarterback, you have to go to your number one target in order for things to start clicking in the offense. But hey, as Cowboy fans, we kind of gotta, you know, appreciate these kind of moments because it's hard to come by sometimes, especially in the NFL, man. Some of these teams, they haven't even reached the Super Bowl. They haven't even some of them haven't been in playoffs, just like us. We've been in the playoffs, but I'm saying like won a lot in the playoffs. So we kind of have to sit back a little bit and appreciate these things when it comes to when things happen in the NFL and especially the Cowboys, man. Some other topics that I want to talk about, some kind of news that I can put in here while we wait for some comments, but let's talk about um let's talk about Vanderish, man. LVE. As y'all heard, we heard that he is out for the season. I was hoping we're gonna get him back towards the latter end of the season, but I think it's a big blow to the team that he's not coming back. I'm glad they got Rashad Evans to hopefully fill in and help out with this team. It's going to be a long season, so we definitely need another linebacker. We'll see what the Cowboys do. I think with Marquise Bell, Damone Clark, and all those guys, I think rotating in as you see Micah Parsons as well. He's kind of filling in that linebacker role, kind of blitzing from that position. I think it's going to help us out a lot. But tell me what y'all think. Your thoughts. Is Dak and Ceedee the best in the NFL right now? It's just a conversation. I want your thoughts. I want to know what these two players and how they're playing right now. TikTok, what do you got? Tell me what you guys think about these duos. Hey, there's Aaron. What's up, bud? Eagles. Hey, we got an Eagles fan. Aaron's back. Aaron, man, I'm being honest, man. Being a biased person and you being an Eagles fan, because we talk football here, man. Are CD Lamb and Dak playing the best football in the last couple of weeks? Be honest. He might have some input that other people don't. So it's just one of those things, man. As a Cowboy fan, we haven't seen this kind of play in a long time, man. I know you love dog, but you can name how many quarterbacks have won 25 of 27 starts. Dak, but can you name how many quarterbacks have won 25 of 27 starts? Yeah, that's rough, man. Whew. No, I got you. Are you talking about hold on real quick. No, not very many, man. No, I'll be honest, I can't. Um John Reyes, Nano Nation, my boy. Yeah. But we're talking about Cowboys, man. Um, Aaron, love your podcast. No, I appreciate it, Aaron. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Aaron, 2 weeks, yes. For the year, still AJ and Hurts. I could see that. I could see that. But as of right now, I think, man, yeah, 2 weeks, I could see that. Maybe three, the Rams. But yeah, I mean, they played the Eagles, which they put up some gaudy numbers, man. I think that's what I'm talking about. Not so much as wins, but they put up some gaudy numbers against the Eagles too. And then it was Rams, Eagles, and then Giants. So it's some big numbers, man. John Ray's not since the Hail Mary started. Aaron 5, Hurts, Brady, Manning, Montana. Yeah, that's a big list. That's a huge list. I think let me see. Yeah, and I get it, man, but I think looking back, even when Dak's rookie year, if you look at it, I think this is the best he's played in a long time. I think 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago? He's actually played really good, but man, this is some of the best football that I've seen Dak play in his last couple of years, even against the Eagles. Even though they lost, I thought it was some pretty good football. It's optimistic. I think, at the end of the day, if you look at the landscape of the NFL, man, if the Cowboys weren't that good, I'm talking about they were 1-7 or whatever, there wouldn't be that nostalgia in the NFC, to be honest. But there's such a rivalry with the Eagles and Cowboys and the Niners. Like, I think this is what makes this football season this year and last year, as far as just football and the atmosphere, good football. So John Ray says, do you think the Cowboys will meet the Niners in the playoffs? That's a tough one, man. The only reason I say that is because I honestly think the Eagles win the division. It's hard to say that as a Cowboy fan. I honestly think that. I think they might win some of these games that people think they're going to lose. But you're talking about right now, the playoff race is, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the Eagles, Lions, and then Niners are the 6th seed. So they would play the Lions. I don't see them playing the Niners. Maybe the second, possibly, but not the first week. Let's see. We got some crazy comments on TikTok. Faithful 19, it's not a rivalry if we always win. I mean, it's still a rivalry, man. Like, what do you mean? That doesn't make any sense. So Faithful 16, I'll give you a stat, man. The 49ers lead the series 20-19-1. That's a rivalry, my brother. Like 20-19-1. That's the record. So it is a rivalry. Andrew Chavez 996, Coach Prime and his son at quarterback soon. There's a lot of rumors going around about that, man. Andrew Chavez for real. Waffles says Bengals come back, get ready. Man, hey, I will tell you guys that the game tomorrow is gonna be huge, man. I'm almost thinking about going live on TikTok, even though it's the Cowboys cast. I'm thinking about going live on East West. Hey, if you guys could follow us on East West, that's where we talk all football, man. But yeah, I might go live on that one. We'll see. John Reyes, yes, interesting season this year. It is, man, and it's actually a really good season. Sawbox, you are not good enough to beat the Niners. Facts. Okay, cool. Aaron, why does Dak put up 23 points a game on road and 37 on road? Playoff game on road, the Cowboys lose. The story of my life, Aaron. If I knew that, man, I think we'd win every game, man. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they get psyched or what. I really don't know what it is, man. To be honest with you, Andrew Chavez, Eagles year. Hey, man, the Eagles are looking good. User 606 says Dak is playing great. 49ers in Dak's head. Dallas plays the Eagles much better. I agree with you, and I think Dallas plays the Eagles better because they know each other so well. I think that's the biggest difference. Faithful second, Cowboys are 1 and out. What do you mean second? I'm confused. John, the Niners. It's all the history. It's 20-19-1. Coach Prime in 2 years. Coach Prime 2 years. Yeah, I could see that when his son comes out. No, yeah. El Jefe says the hottest teams are the ones that are going to win. Aaron, they would lose on road in playoffs, just a fact. I don't feel confident going on the road, man, to be honest. I agree with that. The Cowboys have not beat a team this year with a winning record. Fact. Okay. You're telling me stuff I don't know. DC for life. What's up, my dude? Hey, what's up, brother? Just talking about Dak and Lamb. I'm just saying, like, this is pretty special, man. We don't see this at all. So it's kind of like we got to sit back and appreciate what Dak and CD have done these last couple of weeks, man. Loyalty for lifetime. We need to sign Kelvin Joseph for special teams. Him and Sam Williams beast mode. It's gonna be a hard one. The real white boy Texas. How about them Cowboys? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel on YouTube, man. Let us reach 1,000, man. We appreciate it. To be honest, Prescott's ready to be traded. Nah, I don't know about that. If Dallas plays Detroit in first round, that would be nice because they would play Philly next. That would be a good game, man. Let's see what we got on YouTube. We got Jose. Jose says it's just. Okay. Jose says it's hard to rate Dak's play right now. CD is playing like a dog. Yeah. Yeah. I can agree with that. Brady True Story 42 says Jalen AJ Brown better duo. No, I can't disagree with that, but I'm talking about like right now, these last couple of weeks. They shut down AJ Brown against the Cowboys. I think he only had like 66 yards. I'm talking about recently. Yeah, overall, I think as of right now, but as of recent, man, they're starting to gain some momentum. So that's why I'm saying that. El Jefe, if the Niners stay healthy the rest of the season, it's going to be hard to stop. They're a good team. DC for life. Got to remember that Dak did not play in preseason. Yeah, he didn't. And I think DC for life, that's why they struggled a little bit when it came to the beginning of the season, man. They really struggled with that offense. And plus, it was a new offense. And I think a lot of people don't talk about this, but our Cowboys defense is pretty good. So I think they were shutting that offense down in preseason that really couldn't see what they could do, man, because they were playing against a good defense every day. John Reyes, what happened to your white linebacker? Oh, LVE is out for the season, man. He's got a neck injury. Dak will now command $55 million per year with this play. User 606, I do not disagree one bit with that. He might, man. Or the pressure's so high on him that he might be like, look, I need these pieces to win. Let me do a Tom Brady thing and try to. Who knows, man? If he does, we're in trouble. Aaron, it's just worth enjoying play. None of us know what will happen. Yep, go Birds, but hey, it's all fun. It is, man. We all cheer for our teams, and it is what it is, bro. And at the end of the day, let the cards fall where the cards fall. DC for life. Dak is not in full midseason. He's not. Now he's not. El Jefe, who is going to replace your linebacker that you lost for the season? Well, so we did pick up Rashad Evans. So we have him. So we have Rashad Evans, Parsons, Damone Clark, and Marquise Bell has been playing linebacker. So as of right now, we're good, but I am concerned about it, to be honest. Alil says Jordan Lewis is the weakest link. Alil, I am the same. I feel the same way about Jordan Lewis, man. Honestly. Magic Man, what's up, brother? What's up, man? We're just talking about CD and Dak. They're having a pretty good couple of weeks, man. I'm just saying we got to step back as fans and kind of recognize that we don't get this a lot. This type of play, man, is really good. I know we lost to the Eagles, but they put up some good numbers, man. So just kind of sitting back and as fans enjoying it, you know. Let's see, Junior says, Swag, you ain't got the answer, Swag. If what happened, the Niners lose on Sunday. I don't think the Niners are losing on Sunday, man. To be honest. Jose says we go as far as our. Oh yeah, the old line's got to play good, man. Let's see, Gavino. I mean, is that true? I think it is, man. Kinda. You can't deny that. Golf for life. These fools beat a middle school team and we're going to the Super Bowl. Who said they're going to the Super Bowl? Golf for life. I don't know who's saying they're going to the Super Bowl. We never said that. Magic Mike, DC for live. Let's go. Aaron Hurts didn't play preseason. Most quarterbacks don't either. And we have new OC, but we are, the overall though, like your offense still played a lot better than ours in the beginning of the season. I know that. And y'all still pulled off wins. And no, I get it. But we installed a new offense. Y'all did it. Y'all are using the same offense. It's pretty much the same offense. John Reyes, I gotta go, my boy. You take it easy. Good luck. All right, John Reyes, take care, brother. Jips 361 says Steele needs to go. Been saying it last year. Hey, look, I look. for every player to get their money, I agree, man. Get as much money as you can. But when they pulled out that checkbook for 19 million a year for Steele, I don't know if I would have paid that. He's the third highest. I agree with that either. Even last year when I said, man, I don't agree with that number. Jay Walters, Rico Dotto's great inside runner, needs more play. I agree, Jerry. He has to play a lot more, man. He has to be the bell cow for this team. Magic Mike, hope they utilize Cooks more like last game. I think they are, man. I think that's the game plan going forward. John Reyes, remember my boy Niner Nation forever. Yeah, I know, John. I know. DC for life. Didn't Philly lose to the Colts? Yeah, I believe they did. At the Cowboys Cast, come on, man. We mugged a terrible team. That's it. Yeah, I know. I didn't say anything about. I'm talking about the last couple of weeks. These duels have been playing very good, man. That's my point. Elio says seems they are using the pass to open the run. They should continue using the outside runs. Elio, I agree with you. And I've said this before, man. They have to use the outside runs. I think that's Pollard's strength, and I think Rico Dotto's is up the middle, man, in between the tackles. So I agree. Jips 361 Steele needs to go. Coach needs to focus on the side of the O line. We'll see, man. We'll see with Steele. I think it's a technique issue. It's not so much as the player itself, like overall talent. I think it's more of a technique thing. I think it'll be fine. Rev Kramer says Rico running back number 1. I agree 100%. I think except for the last couple of runs, I think at that point, I think he had 9 carries. He was averaging 9.8. I think he ended up with 6.6, but that's pretty good. Aaron, Eagles don't have some same offense, and you'll see a new running back. Hurts finally got healthy. Our RPO back versus – no, I'm talking about same offense. Like he's pretty much running the same offense they ran last year. Maybe different players, but same offense. Why is Parsons so quiet? Hey, man, maybe he's getting humbled. You know, he's creating a lot of pressure, but he's not happy because he's not getting the sacks. Sports Talk 23, agreed. I appreciate it. The real white boy text says Cowboy haters are like bitter baby mamas. They claim they don't like us, but they can't keep us. That's funny. That's funny. I gotta proofread this before I say anything. Stop already with the whole Cowboys beat. We have 6 dubs. That's all that matters. That's true. Aaron at Country not a top running back. Good number 2. No, Rico Dotto is number 1, my brother. I promise you. At Aaron, it looks the same. It does. Magic Mike, imagine Lamb and Cooks could over 100 yards every game from here on out. This could be sick. I could be sick. At Rev, nope, no RPO due to Hurts knees. More pocket passing. You're wrong. Yeah, but they run RPOs until he hurt his knee. I can understand. Add the real boy. Why are they haters on here? I don't listen to other ones. No, I got you, DC for life. But these Eagle fans and Niner fans, they come in and they try to get under people's skin, man. You ain't gonna do that to me. If you're gonna come on to your man, I want to talk football. I hate it when people come in and they're like, "Oh, you suck." Okay, cool. That's like 5th grade stuff. Let's talk football, man. Like real football. At Aaron Pocket. And the real white boy says out there, Miles, Achilles 28 Cowboys, we're going to win the Super Bowl 2024. We'll see, man. We got to get it together. Not no RPO like we did with Sanders last year. More pocket passing, not same offense. All right. I'm going to have to take a look at it. Dak, the GOAT, Achilles, appreciate it. All right, we got YouTube. We got Johnny Brewer. What's up, Johnny? I think Dak and Ceedee and or playing the best in the NFL. If Dak keeps playing like this, the Cowboys will be in Las Vegas and should be considered for MVP, but I don't think he will win MVP. That's going to be hard, man. And the only reason I say that is there's a lot of quarterbacks that are playing pretty good. I mean, I think Mahomes is still playing good, even though they don't. Like we can say about the Eagles, they don't look the same. But facts are facts. Jalen Hurts is still playing good. They're still winning. Him and AJ are still playing good football. So, yeah, I think Goff is playing. CJ Stroud, although their team is not doing too well as so recently, I think you have to consider him for MVP too, man. I had Aaron know there. Okay, see your boy Blue. Sorry, Hurts and AJ Brown are the best in the NFC. Over the course of 10 weeks, I could see that, but over the course of the last 3 weeks, I could probably disagree with that. But overall, yes, I probably agree. The real white boy at DC for life, they hate us because they ain't us. DC for life, baby. Let's go. El Jefe 2349 says Dak needs to win the big games. He needs to beat the Eagles and Niners and Lions. I agree with that. I think he needs to win a little bit more than that. I think he needs to beat the Dolphins, the Bills, the Seahawks. So we'll see, El Jefe. It's a long season, man. We got to take it week by week, and we can only play the people that are on our schedule, man. So Aaron says Eagles off and deep front line still both top 3 in the league. That's why we won 29 out of past. Honestly, Aaron, your secondary is suspect, my brother. Honestly, I think now you're ranked what? What do you rank? Like 20 before the Cowboys game, you were ranked 27th in the NFL before the Cowboys game. I don't know where you're after now, but you're on a bye, so you guys are ranked 27th on defense. Now, the only thing that helped you was you guys are the number 1 run stopping team or rush defense team in the NFL, which brought you, I think, top 10. I think you were number 8 at the time before the bye. But that I don't know. That secondary is a little suspect, man. I think you can agree with me about that. I think that's why you see the trade for Byard or Beard, however you say it. I think that's why you saw the trade for that, and they realized that. Honestly, in my opinion, I would have signed CJ. I would have signed CJ back, man. I don't know why. Do you have an input on that? Why didn't they sign CJ back? That was kind of weird, man. He was actually a good player. Aaron says yes, it is, but we win the line with the line play. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you stop the run, man. Make it one dimensional. Eventually, they're gonna get stops. Keys 28. If Dak chokes this year, you think we should trade him? Everybody, and I think when you, as real fans, you have to understand this. Dak is not gonna go anywhere, man. Whether you like it or not, whether you want it to happen or not, Dak is not going anywhere. You have to be realistic about what's happening. And his contract, it's not realistic, man. Unless Jerry eats that all that money and he goes forward with somebody else, it's hard to do, man. It's hard to do. Not only that, you Cowboys got to think, man. Everybody hates on Dak. They want to, and look, I'm probably the worst one when it comes holding Dak accountable, right? I'm not saying hating Dak. I'm saying holding him accountable. There's a difference. Dak is a good quarterback. So if you let him go, who else are you going to get? Trey Lance, is he ready? We don't know. But what my point is, how many quarterbacks have started already this year? I think 10 or 11 rookie quarterbacks. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it's like 10 quarterbacks have started. That goes to show you, man, you got to make sure you have the right guy, even if he's a good player, not a great player. Aaron says, imagine Dallas won 29 out of 32 games. Yeah, the media would eat that alive too, brother. Benjamin Ramirez 1-1. Dak Prescott is getting an extension on his contract period. Yeah, you're right, Benjamin. I kind of agree with that. What's that, Illy? Bill Belichick going to Texas. Man, there's a lot of rumors coming up. I'm getting 2 defensive back from injury during the bye week, and we're also getting a right guard back. Oh, that's right. Your right guard's coming back. That's right. Bam, the gridiron guru. As a lifelong Cowboys fan, let me say I will be a KC Chiefs fan this weekend too. Oh yeah, man. Hey, this is gonna be a good game, guys. Monday night. Monday night's gonna be a good game. Chiefs and Eagles, man. It's gonna be a great game. Rev says difference between first half games and now is they're opened up the offense and realize we can't run. Correct. I agree with that, Rev, 100%. All right, we got somebody. Jay Fonda is on YouTube. What's up, Jay Fonda? What's up? Hey, man, just here talking about, I think I said it multiple times, but we need to sit down back and appreciate what's happening right now with Dak and Ceedee. Like, they're playing some pretty good football, man, to the point where Ceedee's the only player in history to do what he just did these last 3 weeks, man. That's pretty insane considering the NFL's been out for a long time. So that's something to say. Achilles 28 on TikTok says we have to beat the 49ers, man. I'm sick of them. Yeah, we do, man. We definitely do. Jay Fonda says, I wonder what Sherman has to say about CD. I think he said something already, but he ate his words, man. Jarby says, I wouldn't want my wide receiver to claim he's the best halfway through a season. Bad mojo, in my opinion. I mean, I get it. But man, sometimes you got to have that confidence, man, to be honest. But understand what you're saying. Aaron says headed to KC with Philly group. That's our coach there. No hate to KC. Good tailgate. Good. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's pretty awesome. JRB says I wouldn't want my. Okay, already said that. JP says I think Dak is going to surprise lots of people by the end of the season. I look, as much as people talk, I haven't seen Dak play like this in a long time, man. Like he is playing some good football. Be honest, guys. You got to be honest. If you're a real football fan, period, not just Cowboys or Eagles or whatever, he's playing some good football, man. Um, Israel Enrique 280 says we all know that it's not going to last, and history proves it. Hey, man, that's why they play the game, right? And I understand what you're saying, but we will see. User 6999946, Saracen AJ Brown. You already said that. Brim Gathering says, Bam, the Gridiron Guru says, at Jarby, he clarified the statement, CD, and he's one of the best that's in that group. Okay, cool. I appreciate that, Bam. All right, let's see. Jay Fonda says, Sherman just mad because even his prime CD would cook him. I think Sherman wouldn't be able to lock down CD Lamb. I can agree with that. I can 100% agree with that. Fernando says Dak is a great quarterback. See, all these quarterbacks that media put in front of him are throwing or losing more balls this season and struggling to get wins. It's true, man. It's really true. Israel Enriquez says, seriously, we went through this during the Romo era. Yeah, we did. But I think for Dak, the time he's played, this is probably the best football he's played in a long time, man. I'm just being honest. Like, consistently for the last 3 weeks, he's actually played some good football. Now, is that going to carry on for the rest of the year? We don't know, man, but it's the beginning. The way we started off on offense was not very good. We were not consistent at all. And I just feel like if we can get this run game and get this offensive line together, I think it's going to be a real hard team to stop. Stephen Covington says Romp never even went over 500. Faithful, anyone can play good against bums. It's the NFL, though, man. Like, I get it, but how many teams scored 49 points on the Giants? Like, they're still an NFL team, guys. Teams lose to other teams all the time, even not good teams. I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to clarify. Like, I feel like Faithful 16 is just a hater, but it's all good. See, let me check something real quick because I had a feeling. So the Niners beat the Giants 30-12. I'm saying. But anyways, Aaron, Dak is better than Romo. That's a big debate, Aaron. That's a huge debate. Huge debate. Jay Fonda says, why no hate for Josh Allen? Crickets. If Dak had been playing like Allen this year, all anyone would say is Dak belongs in the AFL. That's true. That's just the way the media goes, man. It's true. Faithful 16, bro. The Cards have won one game. Guess against who? Not a hater, bro. Just fat. Yeah, I get it. It's an NFL season, man. Like, there's teams that have won the Super Bowl that nobody thought was going to win. Like, we're talking about, let me see. I didn't think the Bucks were going to win the year they won, even though they had Tom Brady. They were not playing good football at all. Go back and watch that season. They were not playing good football, man. They look horrible. And then they won, I think, 3 in a row the last season, the end of the season. I mean, they won 3 or 4 in a row and they got hot, man, and they won. They couldn't even run the ball. But that's my point, man. At any given Sunday, man, we don't know how this is going to fall. Doesn't matter who you are unless you have a crystal ball somehow. Fernando says, when they hate means they have the highest respect for you. Well, I appreciate that, Fernando. Thanks. Israel Nika says, I'm 62 and I've been watching the Cowboys forever and days, so you have to understand my skepticism. Israel, I 100% agree with you, man. I get it. I was young watching the Cowboys. The only reason I remember the games, I really specifically remember the games, man, because my birthday falls on the Super Bowls back in the 90s and 80s that I had a cake that was football with Cowboys on it, and I would watch the Cowboys all the time. I remember them trading Herschel Walker. I remember trading him. I remember Jimmy Johnson coming in, Michael Irvin. Like I remember all those players. I remember uh who was it? Russell Maryland getting drafted, Emmett Smith, Ken Norton. I remember Ken Norton playing with that team. I mean, I James Washington playing. I remember all those guys. Kenny Gant. Like I remember all that. So I get it, man, and I understand your struggle. I feel the same way. Nada says, love my Dak Prescott, my Dallas Cowboys for life, for sure. Appreciate it. Russell Aaron, no way. Romo, way better. Dak better. Oh, there's some arguments going back and forth. Russell Dyer says, Cards win this week at Falcons. Yep. Look at the 2007 Giants. 9-7 won the Super Bowl on the road. That's what I'm saying. The Giants were 9-7 in 2007. And they won the Super Bowl. I think they were on the road every week, if I'm not mistaken, when they beat the New England Patriots. But that's my point, man. You're talking about a 9-7 team winning the Super Bowl, and that's my point. You have to be realistic sometimes. Faithful 16 says, once Cowboys. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Rev, look over the entire careers. Dak is still being written. Same playoff wins. Yeah, that is true. Rev has a good point. Russell, I remember the 70s and 80s. Yeah, Giants on road all the games. Oh, man. Let's see. We got Jay Fonda says Herschel Walker trade, greatest heist in sports history. That was the greatest heist in sports history. And what's even crazier, I believe, when they did the trade, if the Cowboys cut certain players, they got like a third or fourth round pick for them. And it was a no-brainer for Jimmy Johnson. He's like, I'm going to cut these dudes and get a third, fourth pick. So it was kind of crazy. Israel Enriquez says, I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, believe me, but it's hard to believe in Dak. I get it, man. We got trust issues, and I 100% agree with you, man. It's gotta be on a week-on-week basis, man. We got to see it. Remember going to Dallas Cowboys versus Detroit with Smith versus Barry? Now that was one of my best football memories, and I was the only kid. Yeah, I remember that, man. That was like you sit on the edge of your seat, and like this is Emmett, and this is Barry Sanders going at it, man, back and forth, even though they didn't play against each other on the field. But yeah, it was one of those things. No, you go to school and be like, Emmett's better. No, Barry's better. Yeah, I get it, man. And Israel Enriquez says, I'm a diehard Cowboys. Okay. Cowboys fan for life says, I've been a Cowboys fan since I was born, man. It was like in my blood, in my family. You get disowned if you're not a Cowboy fan. So Jay Fonda wound up after cuts with 3 more comp picks. Yep. That's what I was talking about, man. I like it. It's a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer. Cowboys fan for life says 31 years. Oh, man. 31 years. That's awesome. 1973. Woo! 1973, man. Wow. Eddie, Texans say thanks for Schultz. That is true. And they're killing it over there, man. They're actually doing pretty good. Bam, the gridiron guru says, guess I'm older than dirt. I recall going to the cotton. Oh my God. What, guys, what I would give to go back in time and sit at a seat and watch Meredith throw the bullet Bob Hayes, man. That, I'm telling you right now, man. That's one of those things. Like, I wish I could watch the original Queen, the band, like the original live. That would be insane, man. That's crazy, Bam. That man. Salute to you, brother. Tip Stansky says Goff and St. Brown better than that. Ooh. Goff and St. Brown better? Ooh. That's a good one. I'm gonna have to look that up. Russell says, I remember all the Steelers games, Randy White, Ed Tuchon, Joe Everson, Walls, Michael Down. Dang, yeah. Eddie Flores says, y'all got cooks, but not getting the ball enough. Yeah, I agree, Eddie. 100%, man. Russell, Bill Bates, Dennis Thurman, best secondary ever for Dallas. Yeah, Bill Bates, man. I remember Bill Bates. Let's see what Jay Fonda says. Jay Fonda says, people say Barry is better because he was elite behind a worse O-line. Let's not forget Barry had 3 Hall of Famers on that line to run behind. Oh, he did. He did. Let's see. User says, what do you think of Jones not in? Man, look, I think this is a huge problem. And I think Why is Jimmy Johnson not in the Ring of Honor? I wish I had the answer to that, and I have no idea, man. I don't know why Jerry Jones is waiting so long for Jimmy. I think that's in everybody's mind, and we don't understand it. I don't know. Driver 5467 says, I used to see the Niners and Cowboys go at it early nights in Candlestick Park. Oh, that's a nice one too, man. That would have been nice to watch too in person. I actually watched it on TV, and I thought it was great. Just watching it on TV. Can you imagine live? Um, TJP says Dallas needs a run game to do any damage. You're right, man. I 100% agree, brother. We need to run the ball more. Russell, Jerry, not more, but run it effectively, I guess. Jerry Rice and Urban debate used to go on forever too. Look, I love Michael Irvin. Don't get me wrong. Jerry Rice is the best, man. I don't care what anybody says. Bam. Yep. Got to watch Landry create the original Doomsday defense. Lily Pugh, Andre Town. Wow. That's awesome. Bob Lilly, man. What a great. Oh, my God. Yeah. I get it. Rev, Barry is better. Emmitt Smith till top 3. That's a hard debate, man, just because why are we going to hate on Emmitt Smith for having a good offensive line but not being the best? That's the only thing I don't get. But I can see that how Barry could. At Dryer 569, Jerry is a hater. Bill Dances. Yeah, he is, man. I think he is. R Baron 69, who are they going to run the ball with? Well, I think Rico Dotto's doing really good right now, man, but I just don't think he's giving more opportunities or the right opportunities to be the number one back, in my opinion. Rico will done the job at running back. At Baron 69, Rico. Yep. Stephen Covington says only active quarterback won Super Bowl is Wilson, Mahomes, Rodgers, Matthew Stafford, man. Ray Burns says at Russell Dyer ain't the hurt. Jimmy Johnson is the one who got drafted Aikman, M. Smith, and got Charles Haley from the Niners. Yeah, you're right. All right. Let's see. We got Jay Fonda says, what do you feel about losing or using Dotto like Zeke last year and letting Pollard? I think all of us have talked about this on the Cowboys cast, and I think that exactly 150% that's what should happen. Unfortunately, the Cowboys are not doing that, man. I don't understand. If you watch the film and you're seeing the film, it's obvious to you that's what should happen. I don't understand why they're not doing that. I wish I could get an answer on that. Shenano says, however, the real reason I think Jones hasn't yet put Jimmy up, waiting for the NFC champion game, going into a super, Jimmy has his spotlight. The real reason I think Jones, man, that's interesting, Fernando. So Fernando says he thinks the reason why Jerry Jones hasn't put him in the Ring of Honor is because he's waiting for an NFC championship time, maybe at the stadium to put him in the Ring of Honor. That'd be pretty crazy, man. Can you imagine all the old Cowboys that would show up? That would be crazy. You would have to get tickets to watch that game for sure. I agree with you, Fernando. I might be right. Let's see. Russell says at Baron69, no, he played great last week. Yep. TJP says, I love Barry Sanders, but watched Emmitt Smith destroy my Niners in the 90s. He's good. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think they're good and they're right. I think 1A, 1B, 1B, 1A, man. Like, it's hard, man. You can't hate on a person because he had a better offensive line. He still made things happen, man, after that line. So, but I can also agree on the other side. Like Barry he was electric, you know. Rev says at Stephen Covington, and there's only one in that list, and I take over Dak right now. Okay. R Baron says yes, Jimmy Johnson should be put in the Ring of Honor, 100%, man. I don't know. We shouldn't even wait. Jay Fonda says, do you think it's because they tag Pollard and they don't want him to go off, so they have to pay Pollard more? I don't know. At the end of the day, I think you have to be real with yourself. And when you look at the film, Rico Dotto is just playing with an attitude. He's nasty inside. Like it seems like he's more hungrier. He's fresher. He has got that burst. Now I will say this: Pollard did look like he had a burst this last game, but all season it hasn't been there. So that's a toss up, man. And Barnes says, "Yup," and Barry quit. Oof, that's a rough one. Barry did quit. Rev Kramer says, "Greatest vision running back ever is Smith. Might be the toughest ever too." Yeah, he was a tough man. But remember that giant separated shoulder? That was pretty insane. And Barron says maybe that would lift the Cowboys curse if they let him in. That way, Baron. I don't think there's one person does not feel that way, that they need to put Jimmy Johnson in and lift the curse, man. 100%. Might be superstitious. I don't care. We need to do it now. Jay Fonda says Dotto's average almost 8.5 yards per carry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the film does not lie, man. I don't understand why he's not running back number one. And then you break down that defensive line and that defense, and then you bring Pollard in to as a change of pace back, man, and hit those home runs, just like they did with Zeke and him last year and the year before that. But hopefully the coaches see what we see and they make some adjustments. But we'll see, man. Let's see. I think we're caught up in all the comments. Hey, man. So let's see. We've gone 41 minutes, man. That's a long time. But hey, guys, look, listen. If you're on TikTok, we are the Cowboys Cast on YouTube. Make sure you go share, like, subscribe on YouTube. You have a chance to win a hat. Let's see. Do I have the hat? I don't think I got it. I think I got I got two of them. So this one's this one's not the actual one, but this is the actual hat right here that we're giving away once we hit 1,000. If you can share, make sure you subscribe to the channel and chance to win that hat on YouTube. If you guys can follow us, it'll help us, man. We talk football. Let's see, we got a couple of more comments. Aaliyah's back. We love Rico Dotto over here. Yeah, we do, Aaliyah, for sure, 100%. We do like that guy, man. He's really good. So now it's both running backs, O-line been hurt and finding itself to 100%. Fernando, couldn't agree with you more, man. You hit it. You took the words right out of my mouth, man. You're right. I think they're still figuring out that part of the offense. And I think once they figure it out, man, it's going to be dangerous. Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson had a fallout, and Jimmy Johnson went to Miami, and Barry Switzer took. Yeah, that's what happened. And Barron says Cowboys prediction for Sunday 31-3, Cowboys over the Panthers. That sounds about right. I haven't looked at the spread, but that sounds about right. You got to be careful, though, man. These Panthers are going to play. These NFL teams are going to come to play regardless. So at the end of the day, we still got to play. We got to be on our A game. So let's see. Aaliyah says, I realize the running backs are having success on the left side of the O-line. The right side is not being successful. Yeah, I believe Tyrone Smith is probably playing some of his best ball. If you look, the left side is incredible, man. They're just killing it. I think Steele has a couple of technique issues. I don't think as a player, talent-wise, it's him. I think it's just a technique issue. Once he kind of fixes that technique issue, I think Zach Martin and the right side are probably going to start competing with the left side. And I think he'll be fine. It's just going to take him a couple of games. I think he'll be all right. Fernando, been a minute since I've seen great football every weekend. Every division has two teams fighting for a top spot. Makes playoff race more exciting as we get to. That's what I said. If you guys follow us on East West Football on YouTube, we talk about that, man. And you're right, Fernando. I think if you look at this NFL season or landscape of the NFL, almost every team is human except probably for the Eagles. They've been playing some good football. They only lost one game. But for the most fact, there's nobody really running away with this thing that you're like, oh, they're just straight up dominating every game. So it's interesting. It's making for an interesting NFL season, man. Let's see. Our Baron says CeeDee Lamb will make it. It's a good chance that might happen, man. Might happen. So, no. Hey, guys. If you're on TikTok, please follow us on YouTube. Go share in the channel. I appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get 1,000. We're giving that cap giveaway. Please, please, please make sure you share the live. And then you can tell your friends, family members, whoever to come see the live, see what it's all about. It's nothing but love here, man. Appreciate everybody stopping back in. Hey, until next time, me and Jerry will probably go live. I don't know yet where we're going to go live to break down the Panthers. We'll see what happens. But hey, I appreciate you guys coming on. Other than that, y'all have a good night.